And being from Seattle, the way that you've given back to that community and how strong the basketball presence is there. When you're talking Rainier Beach, your high school, you, Terrence Williams, Kevin Porter Jr., Dejounte Murray, like the pipeline, you go back, you start a pro-am in Seattle, and everything that you're trying to give back, where does that come from? I know Seattle's a hotbed for talent, but where does you wanting to give so much back to that community come from? Because I think it's honorable what you do in the community.
I appreciate that. I think my sister told me something a long time ago, and this when I was a kid. She said, if you ever come to a money or fame, whatever it is, you become a bigger version of what you already were. So if you were an asshole, you're going to be a bigger asshole because you have more money. If you were a giver, you're going to give more because you have more access to give. And so for me, I didn't try to live up to that, but she kind of explained to me what I was feeling, what I was thinking. When I didn't have nothing and I had $10, if I saw someone on the street who had nothing, I'd give them, $5 on it and be like, I'll figure it out later. That's just always been in me. And so fast forward when I had the opportunity to see the impact it could have. You know what I mean? And Doug Christie did it for me. I don't deserve all the credit. He did it for me. And I used to work out with him. And he'd be like, man, come work out with me. I didn't have his phone number, Dre. I didn't have his phone number. I didn't have no contact. I never asked him for $1. I just wanted what he had so bad. I said, just teach me. Just show me how to be a pro. He was the first person I've seen wearing ankle weights training or having a foam roll. It's back in 96. He had a foam roll. Wow. Handheld foam roll. And so I'm like, oh, that's what pros do. They're in the best shape. They take care of themselves, right? And so I'm looking at all these things and collecting data. And for me, that was everything that changed my life. So I said, you know what? If I make them do the same thing for the next one. And that next one was B-Roy. That next one was Isaiah or Nate or Terrence or Kevin Porter, Dejounte or Paolo or Rodney Stucker or whoever it is. And all of them didn't make it to the NBA. And I take just as much pride in those ones too, because they became successful, citizens and whatever they chase, whatever dreams they chase. And so I knew it changed my life, and I knew I wanted to have that impact, and now they're doing it. Zach LaVine, as a kid in ninth grade, you can call him and say, can you break down this film for me? Or can I work out with you? Right? And those things are life-changing, So I just think that's what makes it different. It's not the crab in the bucket mentality. It's more kind of ecosystem we create.
I think that's incredible, man. You sitting here naming all these guys. I don't think, when you start talking of, LA, Seattle, Chicago's, and you say, put a team together from those cities, New York, Michigan. Michigan is when you put a team together from Seattle just by itself, that team probably can compete with any team you can put together in the NBA. Where does that come from? How did Seattle become that in basketball to where y'all just spewing out talent like that?
That damn rain day when we out there, we in the gym. It's always rain up in Seattle. It's always, wet outside. So we definitely just in the gym all the time. We locked in the gym. And for Apollo specifically, I'll use him as an example because he's the last one. He walked the same streets. He was in the same community center. So it was nothing for him to see us all on the summer run. Come on, jump in the run. You know what I mean? Bro, I had one run. I had Dejounte, Kyrie Irving, Zach LaVine, Matisse Thybulle, Spencer Hawes, Mr. late great Bill Russell, the icon on the side watching. I got a young Paolo Banchero playing at 16 years old in this run. So for him, it was nothing to see these things, to be exposed to it. And then take it further, my son, my nephew can be like, man, I know, forget you guys. That's Paolo. That's the high school star. I can accomplish that one day. He's reachable. And Paolo understands, and all of us understand our responsibility. So we all support each other. If DeJounte got a backpack giveaway, 10 of us are going. If Nate Robinson has a bowling tournament, 10 of us are going. And that's just what it is. I think that's what makes it special. When I was in Chicago, Tim Hardaway was over here. Mike Finley was over here. Juwan Howard was over here. I saw them in the gym together, but I didn't see too much else, but they really were collabing on stuff, and that's what we do.
Now that's incredible. And at your pro-am this summer, DeJounte, who is very prideful and I mean extremely pride. I love DeJounte, man.
He's a guard version of you with that pride. He's the same cloth.
Hey, I love DeJounte. When I first saw him as a rookie, I'm watching him play, and I went up to him after the game and I said, "Yo, we couldn't stop you. The only thing that I could do to stop you was just sag off. Work on your jump shot, young fella. You work on your jump shot, you're going to be an all-star in this league. And I'll never forget that. And we've built a relationship that, like, I am close to Dejounte. I'm only close to a few guys in this league like I'm close to Dejounte. Like, I got so much love for him and love seeing him doing well. When he made All-Star last year, I felt like that was my first time making All-Star. You know? And but at the Pro-Am this summer, he and Paolo and Dejounte being as prideful as he is, you come in this league, you're the number one pick. I need to see that. And they had their thing, it spews over to social media. Did you have to step into that as the big brother once it spews over to social media and talk to them like, hey, man, we ain't doing that. We going to compete. But at the same time, we got to have each other back because that's how you keep that pipeline and that tightness going.
What you just said was the exact message. I'll tell you a funny story. I was in Dallas. I was coaching my son and coaching the kids. And my phone on the plane, and my phone is like text messages going crazy. Man, they got into it, this and that. You going to have to Jay Prince this and step in. I'm like, man, look, they gonna be fine. And I talked to both of them the exact same way, the same message you said. And they both felt how they felt because they're both competitive. But at the end of the day, kudos to both of them because they understood the big picture and and what we've all created. Like we've all played a part in making this place something special, you know, because we're not like other cities where sometimes you root for a dude, but you don't root for him to do better than you. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, I root for him, but I ain't rooting for him that much. You know what I mean? And it's different up here. And so they understood the big picture. They worked through it. And to see both of them, you got an all-star in Dejounte, a future all-star in Paolo, and a whole generation of kids following both of them. And those two have led with that responsibility. It's unbelievable. That's a big brother to both of them. I love to see, yeah, we can have differences. That's what big brothers and little brothers do. That's what we do. That's just what it is. But we can work through it and continue to move forward and push the culture forward.
What's up, everybody? It's Draymond Green. Make sure you subscribe to the Volumes YouTube channel below so you don't miss any more of this great content going forward.